Hey guys, so I wanted to do a video kind of walking you through my altar for the dead or my ancestral altar. I kind of use those two terms interchangeably. And it's a big part of my practice, which I can certainly do another video sort of elaborating on why I work with this. I know I've mentioned it a little bit here and there, but I have done a video once before where I've gone through this altar with you guys. However, it's gotten bigger and some things have changed, and I just figured I would share again. So, in this corner here, I have a statue of Santa Muerte, and this is a candle that I have for her. I have yet to dress this candle. I want to add herbs and oils corresponding with her, but I haven't done it yet. When I do, I think I actually might do a video on it. In here, we have some marigold and some rocks and shells from Mexico. And then this rock is also from Mexico. And then this is obsidian. And then this is a sugar skull that my brother actually sent me from Mexico when he went to visit. And I keep it there. Coincidentally, he actually told me that he bought one for himself and he keeps it near our mother's ashes. It's just funny. This is some water that I always keep on my altar for the dead. I always fill it up with moon water. In fact, it needs some right now. And then I have an ancestral candle there, and then some ancestral oil. This is made by my friend Trish, who is Beanbag Hagwag here on YouTube. And then this is the rune for Othala, which is, ancestry, inheritance, all that. Underneath here, which I'm not going to pull out, there's actually a ancestral evocation that came with this candle, because this was a candle I bought at my metaphysical shop. I have some dried roses, some vanilla scented candles that make me think of my grandfather, and some shells from Washington State. This is a picture of my cat, and this was her tag. Her name was Amy. And then this was my dog's tag with my mother's name and an old phone number growing up. This was my dog that I grew up with. Back here, I have a picture of a friend of mine. She's in the middle there. I'm right there. I need to get a better picture of us, but she passed away last fall to suicide, so kind of a recent loss for me. And then in here is my first gray hair that I found. I actually thought it was really interesting to keep it on my ancestral altar to kind of as a symbol to show that I will one day be an ancestor as well. This is my great grandmother. She passed away when I was 16, so she was a really big part of my life. And there's me. And then in here is a ring of hers. This is a sea glass stopper that I found on the beach the day that my mother passed away. So I keep that here. And then here's some flowers in a Japanese teacup with bunnies. Bunnies are very symbolic of my childhood. I loved them. My favorite stuffed animal was a bunny. My family used to raise bunnies, so it just kind of felt like familial. This was a painted rock that my sister-in-law found, and this was the last day that I was with my mother before she got sick. And these are rocks from the Puget Sound in Washington State, and then these are rocks from a creek up in the Cascade Mountains in Washington State. Here I have a necklace my friend sent me that has my mother's handwriting on it. She surprised me with that, and I cried when I opened it up. In here are some rings from my childhood, one of which my mother had since she was younger, so I keep that here too. I have a note from my friend that she sent about my mother that was really kind when she sent me that necklace. This is a charm bracelet with like all things Washington on it, because I'm from Washington State. This is my mother's urn, and this is pictures of my mother and I when we were little, or when I was little. She was younger. This is her necklace. I found this among her hospital things after she passed, so I keep that here. I wear it whenever I really miss her. This is a candle for my mother, and this is a watch that was given to me by my mother's brother, who passed away from a stroke when he was 40 and I was 9 years old. So this is the only thing I have of him. There's a cedar sprig because there was two big cedar trees growing in my yard when I was little, and I'm very connected to them. This is my grandmother's, who is still with us, but she is just about 90 now. This was hers. This is one of her rings. This is a necklace, or not necklace, this is a letter opener from my husband's grandfather, who I knew a little bit, but I still kind of wanted to honor him. And then this is my grandfather. He passed away 11 years ago, and there was me as a baby. I was very, very connected to him. In fact, he is the one that I communicate the most with from the beloved dead, or, the spirits of the dead, those you're connected to that have passed that you knew in life. This is his ashes in this box, some of his ashes. This is one of his guitar picks. He played the guitar. And then this is one of his harmonicas that my mother and my grandmother gifted to me for Christmas one year after he died. So it's very special, and it's stuck. There we go. My grandfather was a sailor. He was a musician. He was a lot of things. Blacksmith. Yeah, he was amazing. An incredible Swedish guy. These are more rocks from the Washington State coast. So, yeah, that's all I have on my ancestral altar right now. It's mostly just mementos and then some spiritual stuff. And then her, because she wanted to be here. And, I leave flowers, dried flowers often, and I always keep water out. I'm in the process of coming up with a loose incense that I'd like to burn for offerings, and when I do that, I think I will record that so you guys can see that process. And I think I'll make a couple of different loose incenses and share that with you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tour of my altar for the dead, or my ancestral altar. And as always, blessed be.